All right, I just want to welcome everyone to this webinar, and I'm so excited to talk about lead gen and practical ways that realtors can use lead gen within their own networks and things like that. So here at Looper Team Mortgage, we we have great lead gen, and I've worked really hard to make sure that we have constant lead flow and making sure that we have people coming in. But mostly, my biggest thing is not just from realtors, but I want them to be from our past clients. So, as lenders, of course, we do a few more transactions a year than real estate agents because we make a little more less commission. But we have to make sure that we are constantly in front of our past clients. And so today I want to talk through that as well as video strategies and then maybe and then talking through like a VIP group that we do. So I'm excited to walk you through these practical tips, things that you can do today that you can take away and start implementing immediately. This is all free things. None of it is Zillow or anything like that. For reference, we do pay for some leads in our business, but those leads that actually close, 90% of them is from realtor referrals and personal referrals from business past clients, as well as like personal from me getting our name, brand, and face out there. So excited about this. So lead introduction, it is just like, what is lead introduction, or sorry, what is like lead strategy? But you want to have more leads to grow your business. If you don't have leads, you're not growing your business. And so but that's not the real problem. The biggest opportunity is relationships. We all have relationships. We all are in different places and different groups and schools and things like that. Things that we do, boards that we sit on. Those are ways that you can automatically gain lead gen. So I'm just going to break that down a little bit. So people who already know you, they already like you, they already trust you. You've built rapport with them just for having friendships, from having your kids in classes together, from being on the ball field. I mean, there's just so many things. Like I think through as like a mom, how many groups of people I'm in because of my children outside of just my current friendships or places that we worship or places that we go to, the things that we do. All of these people, all of these different circles, I like to think of them as like a ton of bubbles in the air. Those are all people who like and trust me. So we want to attract those people. We want to engage them. We're going to convert them, and then we're going to retain them. Not necessarily these are the people who actually give us the business. Sure, you might meet someone and they're going to come to you as a real estate agent, but it's actually how to use those people to get you business, how to use those people to make sure they're helping you get leads. And then also people who think of you, you want them to think that that you're their real estate agent. You're the person that's going to give them help them buy their next house, help them connect to X, Y, or Z, help their parents. You are the real estate agent that they think of, not who they see on a billboard, not who they see on a magazine, but you yourself, because of the trust that you already have built with them. That's who they think of. I can't tell you how many times, though, even though we do a lot of business, people are like, "What do you do again?" And I'm like, "How do they not know?" And so it feels like I'm repeating myself all the time, that I need to make sure that I'm saying that I'm a mortgage lender, that I do mortgages, that I do refinances, I do home equity lines of credit. It feels sometimes repetitive, but honestly, there are still people in my circles that are like, "What do you guys do again?" "Oh, right, mortgages. I forgot you did that." I hate it, but it's just not top of mind for people to think about that. So I want to become more top of mind. So why does lead gen matter? Lead generation is the foundation of consistent, predictable real estate. If you don't have a steady flow of new opportunities, I mean, you know how it goes. Sometimes it's like I get 5 leads and then there's nothing, and then I get 3 leads and then there's nothing, and then I get 10 leads and there's nothing. I get 1 lead. Ideally, what would it be like if we had 3 leads, 3 leads, 3 leads, 3 leads, 3 leads, or 5, 5, 5, 5, 5? When we started working in this business, I really wanted to make sure that I would say like 5 years ago, I wanted to consistently have 50 leads a month. That was my goal. If I could just get 50 leads. Now, these are not converted leads. These are just people who are asking me about mortgages, calling in to ask questions. All of those people who ever call in or anything, those are my leads. The people who actually want a mortgage, that's who converts, right? And I want the conversion rate to be close to 70% if possible. I want them to talk to me, to convert, and then become a client. Today, in today's real estate world, and after building this business for 10 years, my goal is every month I want 100 leads. Now, 25 of those can be lead gen sources like Zillow. I pay for leads in other places, but the majority of my leads, I want 75% to come from my own personal referrals from real estate agents and then my sphere of influence. So there's 3 pillars I'm going to talk about today that are really good to implement. The first one is stay top of mind. That is your database. You have had at least 1 or 2 clients, and if you haven't, then we're going to talk. We can side talk, and you can email me, and we can talk about how to build that up. But you want to take your database, and you want to stay top of mind with your database. Pillar number 2 is show up consistently. This is on social media and different platforms, but showing up is important. And then pillar number 3 is leveraging relationships. Those are for direct referrals. So staying top of mind is really important. And this is how you can be consistent. It is the small things that we do in business. It's the small habits that we build every day that we make sure that we're staying top of mind. Because we don't want to, it's not about losing them to competition. It's just that they come to me first because they trust me and they know me. Ideally, unideally, in 30 to 60 days, people forget about you. Think through people buying a home. If someone buys a house, at least 5 years is going to go by before they decide, maybe I'm going to buy my next house. Usually it might even be 10 or 20 years before they do the next step. And so you want to make sure that you're staying top of mind with them because it's not just getting their business now. What I'm talking about today is getting more business outside of just that client. You want to become everybody they know's realtor. And so what I want to develop is, though, in our database, you want to start staying top of mind with these people. The 5-5-5 rule, this is a simple one. I do one, I have one written down. Let's see if I can find it here at my desk. But I have one, I don't know if I can find it, but it's like here we go. My 4 daily non-negotiables. It's right here. It's supposed to be propped up, but it wasn't. To remind me to follow 5 people, follow up every day. I have 2 new conversations, 1 visibility post, and then a relationship touch. That's really important for me as I do these, as I try to get lead gens. But for you, let's start with this. What's the 5-5-5? It's 5 texts per day to past clients. It could be, if you say that you have a database of 60, it's staying on top of mind with those. 5 calls per week and 5 personal touches per month. This could be within your database. This could be the people you're trying to work. This could be referrals, people who you know in the world, like mortgage lenders, insurance agents, handymen, home inspectors. It's just staying top of mind to all these people. And I promise that consistency is going to beat fancy marketing. Here at Looper Team, we do not pay a lot of money for outward-facing marketing. I have my billboards. I don't really advertise in magazines. I don't do much else because I don't believe that actually brings in leads. I believe that staying on top and being consistent and doing these kinds of things is what makes us successful. Some examples of texting that you could do is just, hey, just checking in. How's everything going? Happy home anniversary. That's an easy one. Happy birthday. That's another one. I mean, that's 2 easy texts. Holiday texts as well. You could do a quick video to them. The market's shifting. I thought of you. Maybe they're in a certain age demographic and you want to talk to them about possibly downsizing. That's a way to get a text out. Your best friend is going to be ChatGPT for all of these things. We have a chat class coming up, and we'll make sure that if you want to be invited to that, you get the invite. But chat can come up with so many creative texts for you, and then you just throw that in there, and then you edit it to make it more personal. Done. Because it's just 5 texts per day, I don't think you should use any outward-facing apps. I think you should just do it. I do use the Reach app if you're ever interested in that. Reach app is a great app that you can text constantly to certain groups. You just have to be careful of that because it can flag your phone as spam if people aren't responding to you. If people don't hear from you, they're going to assume that you're not in business. So I would say that stay top of mind is really important. Doing the 5-5-5 rule, 5 texts per day, 5 calls per week, 5 personal touches per month. Do this for 30 days, and I promise you that you're going to see some momentum in your business. The next one is effective lead generation. So lead gen is really important as well. And if there's questions, I'll address them at the end. And so here is where I would say that you would be able to do these things on social channels so that you can gain more trust, education, and then attract more leads. I try to make my social media very robust. I am constantly posting. I am constantly making reels. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Sometimes it's exhausting. But you just get out there and you do it. I did a reel so randomly, I think 2 days ago. I bought these new Ritz crackers that have like fudge on the back of the Ritz crackers and like a drizzle on top. They're delicious. But I had my 12-year-old with me and I just made a really funny reel just about tasting these Ritz crackers. Who knew? It had like over 2,000 people reach. So, but you know what? These random people who are seeing them in the feed, they might click on me because they think I'm funny for a second. And they might go see that I'm a mortgage lender. Bam. That's being top of mind for someone. And then they'll see something later because they went to my page, right? So that means I'm going to hit their algorithms a little bit more. So I'm staying consistent in my social media. So Instagram and Facebook, you want to educate, you want to be personal, and you want to show proof. Proof of closed loans, proof of closed homes, proof of that would be like reviews. You want to educate them. For real estate agents, just go to ChatGPT and you literally type ways that I can educate people through social media, through Instagram. Give me 10 reels that I can do. You can, and I showed you video content in the last slide, and we'll talk about that. And then personal, show your life. People are always interested in your life. People love, when they see me, they love telling me, oh, I loved seeing you go on this trip, or I loved seeing your kids, they're getting so big. They love seeing that I love stationery. The most random things that I golf. People, they feel like they know me when they reach out to me because of my social media. So that's what you want to do. It's not just business, it's incorporating both things because that's what's going to really shine through. Social media is learning the authentic you so that they can trust you even more for this giant purchase of purchasing a home. If you use email, which if you don't use email, you need to be emailing, you can email your database with a monthly letter. You can update the clients in the market. You can update them what's happening and do a home ownership tip. ChatGPT, once again, and do not copy and paste those emails. Edit them, make them personal, and then put them out. Because I really believe that it's just you going. Think about if you sign up for, for example, you sign up for a list for potterybarn.com. You're going to get like an email a day from Pottery Barn. You might not read it, but you've seen who it's from and you've deleted it. Just that action, even if they don't read it, you're at top of mind of them. They see you in their email box. So send out an email. It does not have to be long. It can just be a snapshot of here's something that is great for you. What's happening in Lynchburg? Here's a festival that's coming up. Here is a home ownership tip. Don't forget to change your filters. We're talking very simple, consistent things. Events and webinars to connect directly. You can host webinars. I just have a corporate Zoom account and I'm able to host webinars and then we post them to YouTube. An easy thing for you to do. You can even invite guests onto it, which we do in this webinar series, but invite a home inspector on or invite a handyman on or invite someone to talk about an interior decorator, to talk about or designer, to talk about how to build the aesthetic of your home. How cool would that be if somebody was doing that? Staying top of mind. And then putting those on social media channels, I think is really important as well. In regards to video content, you want to try to have 3 to 5 videos per week. I know that feels like a lot, but today's society, they don't want the polished videos. Now, don't get me wrong, polished videos are good and we have them. But when you're doing this with your phone and you're like, hey, what's up? You're doing the FaceTime look is what we call it now. That's what's trending and that's what's doing a lot. It's just be in front of a home. Hey guys, I'm here at 435 Mayberry Lane. And I just want to show you the inside of this. This house is gorgeous. Can't wait for you to see the kitchen. So people are going to wait until they see the kitchen, or people are going to wait till they see the master bedroom. You have access to lots of homes. You have access to do really cool things with social media. Mortgages are kind of boring, but I still do video content on them. And I encourage you to just do some house tours, do some cool stuff, be involved, and show up on video. One of the ideas was what $500,000 will get you. That one will do really well because people in like Northern Virginia, they'll just see them and they'll be like, what? You can buy all of that for $500,000 in Lynchburg. They're like, let's go. I can pay cash for that. But I don't prefer cash because, mortgage lender. Stop doing this before selling a home. Or here's some tips to do. Take out your personal photos. Those kinds of things that you can do and just make videos about this stuff. Or your favorite things to do upgrades. Do you have an old faucet? Replace the faucet. This is an easy way to make a simple upgrade. Now, I would love to replace all of the doorknobs in my house. That is not an easy thing, nor will it be it'll be an expensive thing. But my house was built in 2003. I still have all the gold doorknobs. I would love to redo all my doorknobs. That would probably be a great thing to do before I someday sell my house because it would feel like a step up in aesthetic. So these are some ways for you to get involved, generate channels, to build social media, things like that. And the last thing is the referral machine. That's kind of my favorite. I love creating experiences, and I love having my clients, and especially those who are on my VIP client list, to feel special and to say thank you to them. If anybody can give you a referral, your past clients are your number one fans. Your friends and family are also your number one fans, and your business partners, and then your sphere of influence. So that's what we're going to focus on for the referral machine. And then the top 10. So I want you to create a list of the top 10. The top 10 people, whether they've sent you a referral or that they have talked about you to someone, even if it didn't work out, you want to stay in touch with them. So we do like a little gifting box 4 times a year. We make sure that when they come to our event that we have for all of our clients, that they have a little bit of an upgrade, a little bit of a VIP experience. And then you want to ask them for a referral. I have a friend/client who is actually now my neighbor, which is kind of fun, but she is probably my biggest referring person because she will talk to anyone. And I've even said to her, hey, if you want to just drop in, that I don't let them forget I do mortgages. And she does it. And she also posts about us. She is just my biggest advocate, and I love it. And I haven't asked her to do it, but because of how much she refers me, I've put her on our top list, and she receives all these things, and she just loves it. It makes them feel special. It makes them feel like, oh, I want to tell more people about Will and Joanna and getting a mortgage. The gifting portion, I talked about that a little bit. We've done like little things like summer fun boxes where we put like a bunch of balloons. We put like a tiny sunscreen. We did like a mosquito bracelet. When we do our baseball event, we rent out, or we give tickets to the Howlers. We give a fun invite through a tiny box. There are these little boxes you go on Amazon. We did like bazooka gum, baseball trading cards, I don't know, a couple little fun things. Oh, a blow up bat. And then said, please come. And then for our VIP clients, we did a hot dog meal for everybody in their family that showed up. And so we did dinner and a show. And I think it was because we did that, not the like renting out the facility with money. We just gave them a ticket and a hot dog voucher. I think it was like $8 for the voucher, $6 for a ticket. I mean, a low cost thing to really give them a great experience. So then when they're social posting, they're tagging us, they're telling people about what they did, and people are like, wow, your mortgage lenders did that. So that's the idea of the gifting. Also postcards to your past client database. We send 4 postcards a year to our entire database. We do a January one, a quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Quarter 4 is always Christmas. Quarter 3 is, I don't remember. We usually like fall tips to make sure your house is up to date. The second quarter is like our invite to the Hillcats or the Howlers, and then the first one is Usually, oh, we ask for referrals. In January, we send a postcard that said, we would love for you to remember us and to refer us to your friends and family. Uh, Also, exclusive events. We have a Christmas event here for our VIP, our top 10 clients, where we invite them to come. We have cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, and we give them a nice wreath. We've done Family Day Fun where we've invited our clients to that. There's just different things that you can do to elevate that moment. But I promise you, by doing that, those clients are going to start becoming a better referral partner for you. I also ask them, thank you so much for referring me. Who else can you refer to me? Because you have to remember, your sphere of influence is here, and then theirs takes it to here, and then their people take it to here. And that's how it compounds on each other to make sure that they're doing the right thing. So putting it all together, a 30-day plan. If like you were my coaching client and I had a 30-day plan, I would say, I want you to start texting people every day. I want you to post 3 to 5 videos a week. I want you to reach out to 2 of your referral partners, whether it's insurance agents or people that, there's lots of people in the industry. Hey, top of mind, because they also deal with people as well. And then reconnect with your past clients and then send them something personal. This week we had a great call with our greater team, and we were talking about being consistent in the small things. And so if you're consistent in the small things, it's going to drive your business. I have all of these lists of things that I need to do. I need to stay consistent in the small things. It's the texting, it's the social posting, it's all of these things which have built up our business to make it where it is today. Without these things, we would not be where we are today. Without continuing Popeyes, without continuing to be innovative, doing the small things. So if you feel like all of this, I can't do anything, choose one thing then. Choose the texting. Choose to make videos. If it was me, I would tell you, then get on social media. Make the videos. Don't overthink it. Don't think they need to be elaborate. Just make the videos, post them. The continued posting is going to drive your insights. When I started really taking a hold of this in January of this year, I said, I've got to really drive my social media. I was at like 14,000 insights, which is still pretty decent. I'm at 36,000 insights since I started this year. And so this is a way to stay top of mind. You're going to show up online and you're going to build referral relationships. So that's a lot that I sent or gave to you. And I know that it's a lot of things happening, but those are the things that I know that these are free and these are ways to drive your business and to drive consistent leads. So if you don't have a CRM or you don't have a way to track your past database, you've got to get that in line too, because that's really important. So that's what I have for today. Does anybody have any questions? I'm also happy to grab lunch or coffee to talk through this and what does it look like to implement it for you. So you can give me a call or shoot me an email. At Joanna_Looper is my Instagram handle. So go follow me there if you don't already, because I'm very active there and I'd love to be your example of how to post and copy and things like that. So I hope you have a great day and look forward to doing business with you guys.